So often people say occupy, why don't you focus on one issue? Why is that impossible for you, Jesse Greiner?
Well, it's impossible for any movement, really, especially Occupy. We found without a year to year and a half that we would tackle certain issues, and when we attacked those certain issues, we found out, real simple, is if you turn around and you look at like the homeless, for instance, that's an issue, but then we also turn around and look at police brutality, and we sort of notice that it's connected. And then you look at like school education, which a lot of money's going to the police that should actually be going to maybe education. It's like one web to the next. It's all one giant spider web of just corruption, and that corruption is in everything. So we can't just focus on one thing because it's all connected. We have to focus on everything. That's the only way we can do it. There's no way just to focus on one thing. It's impossible. That's it.
Thank you. Anything else to add as we're heading down Mopac Expressway right now?
About Occupy?
Or what we're doing today, what we did today, or anything. Anything about the election or politics or whatever you want to say.
What I saw today, I thought it was actually a little bit mismanaged and disorganized than I'm used to, but I think you're actually getting the point across, which that's the main key, is getting the point across.
Killed the med school tax rally today in press conference?
Yes.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. And I personally, I agree with what you're saying, and especially with the constables. That I found out that was really interesting is the Democratic constable that is being blamed for stuff of, I guess, distributing coke and actually getting fired over it. Which, I mean, they didn't fire him for no apparent reason. Then meeting them today and them not talking, and the ones that I did talk to straight out bluntly said that they're working for this constable.
They're getting paid to be at the polling place.
Exactly.
We're volunteers.
We're doing it for what we believe in, standing up for what we're saying, not doing it because we're scared of losing our jobs. I understand that they're worried about losing their jobs, and they should fight for that. But it's like turning around, it's sort of like saying Hitler or Darth Vader, whoever you want to make this main bad guy out to be, and turn around and say, well, I'm working, if I don't work for him, then I can't feed my family. Still means you're working for the evil. I mean, you're working for something that's only served to you and your special group. Now, if you're being a constable, your basic job is to warrant out, what would that be called? Warring out, like kicking people out of their apartments.
Serving warrants.
Serving warrants and stuff like that. And
serving papers, essentially.
Now, if you're turning around serving papers and doing this stuff, and you're a person that is shown to be shady, wouldn't that sort of turn around and go, hey, well, there's certain people I'm not going to send out a warrant to, like, let's say Rick Perry, for instance, because I know Rick Perry, I know he's doing something wrong, but I should talk to him first. Now, I guarantee you not one homeless person on the street that gets convicted of a warrant even knows it until they're already in jail, which happens a lot to homeless people, where they turn around and get arrested for a jaywalking ticket, and then suddenly out of nowhere have an assault charge on a police officer. We've actually seen this happen before, where it's like, what, huh? Like, when did this ever happen? And what is the charges? But they're turning around, and I don't know if I would want somebody that I don't trust has already been fired from serving the public and has been fired for it for doing something definitely illegal, because like I said, they fired him for some reason, and turning around and say, well, now I want a higher position. If you were working at, let's say, Burger King, and you're giving people free hamburgers, your specific friends and family, and you find out your your manager turns around and finds out about it, and they fire you, and you go, okay, well, since you fired me, can I be assistant manager then? And going, you know what? I think you'd actually make a good assistant manager. I mean, that's the thought process on this.
Right.
And that's why I really do believe he should not get the vote.
All right, we're heading through heavy traffic as usual here in Central Austin, Texas. Before we go, for the viewers and the listeners on YouTube and 100.1 FM KDRP, anything else you'd like to add to the conversation, Jesse or Jim?
About this conversation, no, I think that's about it. I've seen from the Libertarian, he does actually seem he really wants to get in there, and
Raul Camacho?
Yeah, Raul Camacho, and really seem to go, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, and he's not saying that, what I understand, he's not saying I'm going to take any real side on anything. When I get my paperwork to send it out, I'm going to look at it, acknowledge it, and then send it out. I'm going to serve what I'm going to serve. I'm not going to take anything personal. I'm going to be what a judge should be, is very straight to the point and just getting it done. Not turning around and having my own agenda get in the way of what my job is.
Great. Thank you so much, Jesse, for being here with me today.
No problem, no problem.